Hey y'all, what's up? I'm here for another installment of the Gospel Chronicles. But real quick, I just want to tell you guys that I am on Twitter. I've been meaning to tell you guys that for the past week now. I know somebody had asked me a while back, was I on Twitter? And at the time I wasn't, but now I am. And this shit kind of boring. Now I don't know if it's because I don't have a lot of followers right now, but it's just kind of boring, And my best friend, he had told me, he was like, well, you 4 years late on that or whatever. And I was like, oh, well, I mean, at the time when Twitter was popping like that, I wasn't really interested in it. So, excuse me for being an old fart or whatever. But yeah, I just wasn't interested in it at the time. And I kind of, pretty much got it now to like, use it as another outlet to promote my channel. But yeah, if you guys want to follow me up there, it's in the description box below. And I noticed too, I always forget to tell you guys to follow me on social media, or as well. At the end of my videos, I always forget to tell you guys to do that. So yeah, if you guys want to follow me on Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram as well, you guys can do that as well. It's in the description box. So yeah, follow me. But yeah, let's just get on with this video. Real quick on Birdman, he decided to make some shirts based off of his interview with the Breakfast Club. You guys know I had already talked about him making a fool out of himself up there last week and everything. So yeah, I guess and after all the memes and everything, I guess he decided to join in on the fun too, and I guess he realized he made a fool. Well, I guess he realized he made a fool out of himself once he, called back up there to apologize. But I guess once the internet really got his ass or whatever, I guess he just was like, well, I might as well join in on the key too, and he decided to make some shirts based on the interview. So, bigs up to him for that. When life throws you lemons, I guess you gotta make a lemonade. Next up, let's talk about Columbus Short real quick. Now, I had such high hopes for this man, but he just keep on fucking up. So, he tested positive for cocaine and weed while being on probation. I don't know what else to say about him. I don't know. I want him to get it together. I want him to win. I don't know if he's going to get it together. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Moving on. Let's talk about Drake real quick. He finally dropped the Views from the Six, and I'm going to have to find the album or whatever. I think I still have an iTunes account. I ain't used it in so long. I'm going to have to find the paper that I wrote all the information down and everything, and because when I had my iTunes account, at the time I had like I was using a desktop or whatever. This is, way before I had got a laptop and everything. So, I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can find my information or whatever so I can listen to the album and everything. And, it's on iTunes, right? I believe it's on iTunes. And, because I really do want to hear it. Everybody been anticipating this shit for the longest. You guys know I love Drake, so I've been kind of waiting too. I mean, I ain't been pressed like how a lot of other people been, but I've been kind of waiting, patiently waiting. So, and they also dedicated a snap just for him on Snapchat in the Explorer section or whatever you want to call that section on Snapchat. But yeah, so have any of you guys heard the album yet, or do y'all fuck with Drake like that? If you heard the album already, y'all let me know. Did you like it? Was it okay? Whatever. I really do want to hear this album. I'm gonna see if I could try to find my iTunes information. I'm gonna have to download the shit on the laptop or whatever. But yeah, y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. And he also, I forgot who he talked to, but I think I read it on B. Scott's website. He talked about like his relationship with Jay-Z and Kanye and Rihanna, and he also talked about his relationship with Nicki Minaj. He says that his relationship with Nicki Minaj has been kind of strained or whatever, and I guess ever since he ethered Meek Mill. Now, if y'all Meek Mill fans, don't be upset. It's all jokes and everything. Like I've said before, I liked Meek Mill when he, first came out and everything. I was here for him. But for him to sit up here and start that whole shit or whatever, it was just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But I already said my piece on that a while ago, so we ain't fixing to get back into that. But I do feel bad that his relationship with Nicki is kind of strained and everything. And he said that, she handled him the way he expected her to, which is, he said, with class or whatever. Meaning that she just kept quiet about it. She didn't really, say anything about it. And it is messed up, you know what I'm saying? I know some people try to say that it's messed up. Drake put her in that position. I was like, how the fuck Drake put her in that fucking position? Position when Meek Mill was the one who started the shit. It's fucked up that his ass put her in that position. Now, granted, maybe Drake didn't have to say shit. And honestly, when the whole situation happened, I thought Drake was just going to keep his mouth shut and just let Meek Mill look stupid. Because that's what he did. Meek Mill looked stupid already on his own, tweeting all this bullshit or whatever. But, I mean, at the same time, if somebody just keep on and keep on and keep on coming for you, it's only so much you could just keep quiet. I mean, he coming at the man's writing creds and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's only so much he could just keep. I mean, it's only going to take for so much for somebody to just be ready to pop off. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I do feel bad because I've always liked the friendship that Drake and Nicki had. Sometimes I used to watch video clips, on YouTube or whatever, of them, joking around, him, Nicki and Wayne, all them joking around and shit like that. So it is, I mean, it's just unfortunate and everything. But, yeah, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. And let me know how you guys feel about the Drake album if you've heard it yet or whatever. What do I want to talk about next? Let's talk about Lil Kim. Lil Kim the other day, I think she went on Instagram and showed her new face, so I guess she got some stuff done again and everything. Here's my thing on it. When I was a kid or whatever, I kind of, was in on the whole kind of talking shit about Kim or whatever, and her fucking up her face and all this other stuff. But as I started to get older, like in my mid-teens or whatever, I started to become over people just constantly talking about her. And, it's like, okay, we get the fact Kim don't look like how she used to look back in the 90s or whatever. We get that. Like, the shit is just starting to get old. It's been tired. It's aggravating. You know what I'm saying? And I do feel bad for Kim because I wish she understood how beautiful she was back then and that she didn't need to change a thing about her. And I do feel like, no disrespect to Big or anything, because I mean, I love Big. I loved him, growing up and being, coming as a kid and a teenager and stuff like that, going back and listening to his music and stuff like that. So I have the utmost respect for Big, so I don't want anybody to think, I'm trying to come at him with me saying this or anything. But I do kind of feel he played a part in her feeling the way that she feels about herself, because you guys remember he was, with her and everything, and then Faith came along and he pretty much tossed Kim to the side for Faith or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And Faith being a lighter skinned woman or whatever, and I know Kim kind of had, from what I've read over the years, I know Kim kind of felt, I guess, maybe had low self-esteem about herself, or just kind of felt bad about herself a little bit, like she wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? Because even though, yeah, she was the cute chocolate girl, whatever, it was always some light-skinned girl, And it's sad that we still have these issues going on with the whole light-skin, dark-skin complex. And, African Americans is the only race that sit up here and act like as if light-skin and dark-skin is two different races. When at the end of the day, we all are black. We all are black. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I always see stuff on Facebook and Instagram and all this stuff. Light skins winning, dark skins winning, and all this other stuff. And it's like, how about we all winning? We all are winning. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I guess, me growing up, I never really had that issue with the whole light skin, dark skin complex. Because I'm a brown skin girl. I'm not too light, I'm not too dark, or whatever. I'm just in the middle. You know what I mean? But I do feel bad for people who have gone through, you know, stuff with, being dark skinned or being light skinned and everything. And like I said, we all are winning. We all are winning at the end of the day as African Americans. And I just really wish Kim understood how beautiful she looked. And it does break my heart that she feels the way she feels. I mean, I don't know if she still fit well. I don't know if she still feels this way about herself now. I mean, some people might, I guess, probably figure that she does, considering that she's still getting shit done to her face and everything. But it's really sad, and it does make you kind of wonder why everybody is sitting up here judging her, or saying all this stuff about her. It does make you wonder, have people thought about trying to say encouraging words to her? And I'm pretty sure there are people who do, but it's like when you have even just one person saying something negative about you, sometimes that can really still, sometimes the negative overpowers the positive. And like I said, I have seen over the years a lot of negative connotation behind her, with her going through these facial changes and everything. And it also makes you kind of wonder, has any of her, close friends or friends in the industry, have they tried to sit down with her and talk to her? And you know what I mean? It just makes you wonder. And I think, this problem is something that she's probably going to have to see somebody professional to talk to about it, to, channel her feelings and the things that she's gone through. You know what I mean? And I know in one of her relationships, I know that she had to get reconstructive surgery on her nose because, the guy punched her in her nose and everything. But it really makes me sad, you guys. It really makes me sad. And then, she has a daughter now and everything. And I do want Kim to talk to somebody. So, like, I don't want her daughter to think that this is okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want her to teach her daughter, to like what she has already, what God has given her already. Now, like I said before, I'm not against, like, plastic surgery or nothing like that. But I feel like, but my thing is, if you don't need it, don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Kim didn't need it. She didn't need surgery, or, she didn't need, I was about to say she doesn't need, to bleach her skin, but I'm still not too sure if she does, or if it's just the makeup or whatever. But I don't know, y'all. It just really makes me sad. But you guys let me know your thoughts on it or whatever. Moving on to the next topic. Let's talk about Rachel Roy for a minute. Now, of course, Beyonce, she came out with her, I don't know if you want to call it a video, I guess maybe a video documentary of the Lemonade special that came on HBO. I saw it. I think I probably need to watch it again, though, because at the time when I was watching it, I was, working on a project for one of my classes. So, yeah, I'm probably going to need to watch it again so I can really, get into it and really channel with Beyonce on it and everything. But, one of the songs, I think the song name was Sorry or whatever, it was a line that, B had said, and she was like, the Becky with, go, with the Becky with the good hair, or something like that, Beyonce had said and everything. People, pretty much, she was alluding to the fact that Jay-Z had cheated on her or whatever, this, that, and the third. And people, also alluded to the fact that the Becky that she was talking about was Rachel Roy. Which is, I believe is Dame Dash's ex-wife or whatever. And I think she's some kind of fashion designer and everything. And they, people was also saying that she's the reason for, Solange whooping Jay-Z's ass in the elevator a couple of years ago at the Met Gala event, because I guess Jay-Z was like getting too close to Rachel Roy or something like that. And of course the Beehive came for her and everything. But before the Beehive came for her, They came for the cook Rachel Ray. I was like, see, it's that bullshit. Like, it's like the Beehive, y'all. I mean, I don't know if I have any subscribers that is a part of the Beehive, but the Beehive, y'all just so vicious. Like, oh my God. It is ridiculous. Like, can't nobody say nothing negative about Beyonce without motherfuckers sitting up here, you know, just trying to drag somebody. Like, it's so ridiculous. Like, I mean, it's okay to, like, you know, and I also seen, like, you know, some of the other YouTubers videos who, like, actually gave a review about it. And, you know, some of the ones who said that they didn't really understand it or they didn't really like it too much, they was trying to drag them. And, you know, I was just like, well, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to respectfully disagree or to say that, you know, I didn't really get it, or it's okay to give your opinion on something. You don't, everybody is not going to agree. We can agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't have to agree on everything. And I'm gonna need for the Beehive to understand it. Like, y'all be sitting up here attacking motherfuckers like as if y'all on her payroll or something. Shit, y'all spending all this goddamn money on her. She helping y'all pay y'all motherfucking rent. Shit. I'm just saying, like, that shit is so crazy to me. Now, don't get me wrong. I love me some Beyonce. I loved her ever since I was a little girl, you know, when she was in Destiny's Child and everything. But I'm not fixing to be, you know, just going ape shit on motherfuckers for her or anybody else that's a celebrity. Like, you know, and it's a lot of people that I like. Like I said, I like Drake. Y'all know I love me some Rick Ross too. But I'm not fixing to be sitting up here doing all this carrying on for these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I may sit up here and give my opinion. Like, if they did something that I feel like wasn't right, or if they, you know, I mean, if they did something that I liked or whatever, and just because somebody else doesn't like it, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, no, you a hater, this, that, and third. You know, if anything, I might playfully say that, you know, oh, you a hater or whatever, but I'm not going to be on some serious type of shit and be like, oh, you're a hater, this, that, and third, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I also, if I feel like they did something I didn't really like or didn't care for, I could say that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to agree with everything that my favorite artist or whatever does. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's really crazy. But yeah, like I said, they came at the cook Rachel Ray or whatever. They was up in her Instagram mentions. I'm like, see, if y'all gonna sit up here and come at somebody, y'all need to make sure it's the correct person. I know Rachel Ray probably was in her house chilling. Probably with a glass of wine, watching TV, kicking her feet up or some shit, and phone her mentions going off and shit like that. She probably like, what the fuck is this? What? Like, I'm not the bitch that she talking about in the damn song. I was just like, now that is really crazy. But anyways, like I said, once they realized they had the wrong person, they came at Rachel Roy or whatever, this, that, and the third. Because like I said, Rachel Roy, she kind of alluded to the fact that that she was the Becky that Beyonce was talking about. And so that's when she gets on Twitter, you know, apologizing and saying all this stuff and how she ain't here for the bullying or whatever. But my thing is, why sit up here and allude to the fact that you were the one who was being talked about? When you know the Beehive is crazy. You know they was going to get up in your shit the minute you even tried that. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, moving on. Let's talk about Iggy real quick. Iggy decides to insert herself on the whole Becky with the good hair comment and everything. And, you know, I felt like Iggy had been doing good for a while, kind of staying off of social media and just focusing on her. And I guess she just decided to come out the woodworks again and just start some shit. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, you know, she was saying all this stuff, and she was like, and we know how the term Becky started because you all think white girls just go around slobbing on everyone's dick, and I'm good on being called that or whatever. And I'm just like, now when the term, you know, Becky first came out, I don't really remember it being like something negative or sexual or whatever. You guys remember the whole, oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. Look at her butt. You know what I'm saying? That's where it kind of started at. It was, that's where it kind of started at and everything. Like, I guess you could kind of say, what's the term I want? Like, I guess like kind of volley girl type-ish kind of, vibe or whatever. And, years, and as time went along, it kind of became like a sexual thing, thanks to Plies, because you guys know he made the song and everything, Give Me That Becky, or whatever. So, it's just like, but the way Beyonce put it, I don't think she was trying to, allude it to that, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting all, my mind getting all jumbled and everything. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't think Beyonce meant it like that or whatever. But my thing is, Iggy, why are you inserting yourself in some shit that has nothing to do with you? That's the fucking problem. And that's why motherfuckers don't fuck with your ass, because you keep on sitting up here speaking on shit that don't have nothing to do with you. Period. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think if you just hush your mouth up, maybe people will be able to tolerate you and would be able to give your music a chance. Because honestly, it's some songs by Iggy that I do like. I ain't gonna sit up here in front. It is some songs by her that I do like and everything. But it's just like, she just keep on running her fucking mouth. And it's like, what you need to be worried about is your fucking fiance. And who he's slinging his dick in. That's what you need to be worried about. And I'm sorry if that sound harsh or whatever, but I'm just being truthful. Like, you just making the shit more than what the fuck it really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else did I want to say about that? And then she was also saying how she's not going to back down from the Beehive or, whatever. And it's just like, I ain't got time, child. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Moving on to the next thing, let's talk about Angela Simmons and her recent engagement. Now, she took to Instagram, I think Tuesday, to let it be known that she's engaged or whatever. But the thing is, nobody knows who the guy is. Now, there's two possible guys that people have been thinking that she might be engaged to. The first guy being, what's his name? Tyson Tinson or something like that. His first name is Sutton. Now, they're saying that he's a convicted felon. He did time or whatever in 2000 for, carrying a concealed gun. And then a few years later, he went back to jail on credit card forgery, identity theft, and a whole bunch of other shit. And he was released in 2010. And now he's supposed to be, I guess, in like a partnership with this payment processing company. How ironic, right? But yeah, so it's just kind of like, if she's engaged to him, where the hell is the Reverend at? And when I say the Reverend, I mean Reverend on this shit, okay? Because, from my understanding, I think he's, congratulated her on Twitter or whatever about her engagement and everything. But they also are saying some other guy that she's engaged to, that I read somewhere, that supposedly she's engaged to this African oil tycoon. And, I don't think I got his name. But, yeah, like I said, I don't know too much about the African oil tycoon, but supposedly she's supposed to be engaged to him and everything, which of course is like African tycoon and convicted felon, two different things, right? So, but it's not it wouldn't be so much of a surprise to me if she is engaged to, in fact, the convicted felon that's so-called, I guess, trying to turn his life around. Because even though, yeah, Reverend, he's a reverend now and everything, it's just like, you hear a lot about, the preacher's kids or whatever, kind of, having a dark side to them or whatever you want to call it. So, and believe me, I know some preacher's kids that, ain't as innocent as they try to put on. So yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me too much if she is engaged to him, but yeah, y'all, I don't know. I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. But oh, I know what else I wanted to say on this situation too. Now if she is engaged to the convicted felon or whatever, I mean, it's possible that folk can turn their life around and everything, but then when we look at motherfuckers like Apollo Nida from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm just saying. But yeah, y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Moving on. I think the last thing I want to talk about is Prince. Now it's a lot that has been going on since Prince's death and everything. They, got the autopsy or whatever. And of course, we probably not going to hear about the autopsy until like some weeks from now. But soon as the autopsy, they pretty much, had a funeral for him, very private or whatever. I think they also cremated him. So everything has just been kind of moving along fast or whatever. But now they're saying that he didn't have a will. Now, when I first heard about it, I was just kind of like, Prince not having a will and all that money he had? It's just, it is kind of a shocker to a lot of people that he didn't have a will and all that, considering that I think he's worth 300 mil, if I'm not mistaken, or whatever. So, yeah, it's just kind of crazy to me. And his sister, Tika, I think it's pronounced Tika Nielsen. She says that she believes Prince didn't have a will, and she filed legal documents pretty much asking the court to assign a special administrator to help with the estate. And so I guess pretty much hiring somebody to be the head, looking over the estate and, helping what am I trying to say? And to help I guess distribute the money, how it's supposed to be distributed or whatever. But I guess if he didn't have a will, that the money is going to be divided among his 6 siblings. Now I think Tika is the only one who's his whole sister, and his other siblings are his half siblings or whatever. But yeah, it's kind of strange. Kind of strange. I don't know. I don't know. I know TMZ, they were saying that, that maybe he really didn't have a will because, back in the day, you guys know Prince kind of signed a bad deal as far as his music is concerned, and he had a hard time fighting to get his music back and all this other stuff. And so I guess ever since then, he ain't, he didn't like signing papers and, in legal documents and all this other stuff. So, I mean, I guess maybe there could be a possibility that he didn't make a will because he didn't, ever since that situation, he just ain't been trustworthy of people or whatever. But it's just like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know what to think about it. And, I know people have also been talking about, like, the tribute, for him, I guess, as far as BET is concerned. I don't even know who should be a part of the tribute. I mean, like I said, like I told you guys before, they already, had, did a tribute to him while he was still living and everything back in 2010, I believe. Like with Patti LaBelle, Alicia Keys, and, Janelle Monáe and somebody else that was a part of that tribute or whatever. But yeah, so I don't know who should be a part of this tribute, now that he has passed and everything. I don't know. And I can't really think of anybody that sounds even close to him. You know what I'm saying? And it just, I don't know. I know some people threw Miguel out there as, a person. I was just kind of like, I mean, he looked like him, kind of, sort of, resemble him. But as far as, like, doing an actual tribute, I mean, he don't sound like him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the other names that they threw out there. I know that, like, far as talking about a biopic and everything, I know they threw Jussie Smollett out there to play him and everything. And it's just kind of like, I don't know if Jussie Smollett is the one that should play him or whatever. It's just, I don't know, y'all. I hope and pray BET does this right. They have a lot of pressure on them. I just hope BET does this right. I really do. I mean, who do y'all think should be a part of Prince's tribute? And who do y'all think should, I mean, if they make a biopic for him, who do you guys think should be, who should play him in the biopic? But yeah, y'all, that's all I have to talk about today. I kind of feel like this shit is boring, you know, topics won't really all that, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys come back, and I will see you guys in the next video.